All right, we're back here live once again in the Founders Club. I'm Tony Ott, and sitting up here with me is the man of the hour tonight, Olaf Kolzig. Ole Kolzig doing. Let me read the numbers out to you, folks. This is what Ole did tonight. He stopped 33 of the, or 55 of the Seattle shots. 55 of their shots tonight. That is an incredible amount of rubber being thrown at you, and I know that the Tri-City Americans defense was playing very good tonight too, but that just shows you how good a team Seattle is and what kind of job that Olaf Kolzig did tonight in nets for the Americans. It was a fantastic outing, and his second career WHL shutout. Last year he did it in third one. Oh, now he's going to correct me here. It was last year. I know he got one. It was a 6-0 shutout against Portland, and Ole will probably tell us what the third one was. And as far as what the performance tonight, outstanding. Played on your head, and you got to look back too at that Alkaniski shot. Boy, it was close, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't care. For those of you that were in Kamloops last night, you know I didn't get any breaks. You know they scored 2 goals that shouldn't have been goals, and I don't care. I'll take a shutout anyway. Any way it comes to me.
There you go. All right. Ole, the contest tonight. Well, I want to go back to last night because the 2 games basically have been played in one day. And you guys, you got a lot of credit has got to go towards you guys. One, you go into Kamloops, which is you guys have not won there since last January, and you come out with a big win last night against the #1 team. Then you get to jump in the bus, and I know the game got over late last night. It was 11 plus when it got over, and then you guys ate, and then it was on the bus ride home. And I know you didn't get into town till 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning. Then you've got to go home and try to get some rest after a crazy night on the bus. And then you come back in tonight and you play the #3 ranked team, and a team that the Tri-City Americans want to catch in order to get that home ice advantage for the playoffs. Boy, you know, the thinking that you guys must be going through right now, the confidence level, it is probably at an all-time high this season, isn't it?
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why we won tonight, is because you know we won in Kamloops last night, and we're the second team to beat them there all year, and all we played tonight was on emotion, and you know, a lot of guys were tired. We got in at 9, and I'm sure the guys didn't get much sleep because it was the daytime. And, you know, they had a tough game last night, winning in overtime against Swift Current. So they, you know, they had a tough game last night too. But the confidence level it was so high. It was tremendous. You know, the guys are all together again, just like we were after the Bill LaForge incident. And, you know, it's shown. What's that, 4 straight now?
4 straight, you bet.
You know, and we're going into Victoria and then Seattle, and, you know, who knows how far we can go. And I just hope we keep playing like this.
Well, that's exactly right. Now, the Americans are blessed. Same last year. Last year there was Frank Ferlin, but this year there's Donnie Blishen. He's playing outstanding in the pipes, too. Your form is right back there where it was last year again. Where can the Americans go? Can we catch Seattle right now?
Someone asked me at the beginning of the year if we could go to the Memorial Cup, and I said, you know, it looks like we're going to, you know, we might, and I don't want to make any predictions because, you know, I'm kind of...
Just one game at a time.
Right, exactly, and, you know, as long as the guys keep in mind that, you know, that teams can beat us, and if we play relaxed, that they will beat us, and, you know, if we go out every night like we did tonight, there's no team in, I'll say this, there's no team in the WHL that'll beat us if we play like we did tonight.
That's exactly right, I agree. Ole, you now improve your record to 11-14-1. Coming up this Tuesday night, a game up at Victoria. Now, Victoria didn't get the final on it, but I know that they were trailing. They could have lost their 27th in a row tonight. This is a team that is absolutely starving. I mean, really hungry for a victory. And they have played the Americans very tough this year, and especially up at Victoria. Going into that contest after these 2 big emotional wins, do you think the team might have a tendency to let back a little bit?
Well, that's been the case all year long. We win a big emotional game the night before, or a couple nights before, and we go into Victoria. You know, we know how bad they are, and we play back on our heels, and you know, they take it to us at times in the game. And what we got to do is, you know, we got to trounce them. We got to like really beat them bad. You know, we haven't beat them bad this year yet, and teams like Kamloops 60-0 and Seattle 17-3, you know, and we win 4-2. So we gotta really come into Victoria. We want to blow them out so we can get some momentum going into Seattle.
The rumor that I understood before the contest tonight, that was coming straight out of the Seattle team, was that Olaf Kolzig was hurt. Now, this is what they had heard up in Seattle. And down here, we heard that Danny Lorenz was hurt. Now, this is the time of year when these little rumors start filtering out, and you try to take advantage of that, don't you?
Well, it wasn't a rumor in my case. I re-injured my knee last night, and I strained my shoulder last night, but I went to bed this morning and I got up and I put some heat on it and it felt all right. So I was injured, but at game time I felt fine. And I don't know about Danny Lorenz, but I guess they're just trying to psych us out or something. And I think Corey Schwab really played a good game for him tonight, like he did 2 weeks ago. And next time they're in here, I'm sure he'll probably start.
All right, let's get the hands up. Who wants to ask Olaf Kolzig a question here, real quick?
How'd you feel when you scored your first or second goal?
That goal you scored?
My second goal?
It was your first goal.
Are you a future teller or something? I only scored one goal. I know what you mean. It was really exciting, and I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. But I was talking to the Capitals, and after that goal I scored, I played a few good games after that, and then I started to get back in a slump. And the Capitals said, we don't want you getting assists, we don't want you scoring goals, and we don't want you starting revolutions. Just stop the puck. And since Christmas, I think I've only had one bad game, and that was in Seattle. And I feel as good, if not better, than I did last year. And the results aren't showing it, but I guess that's how I feel by myself. But all I'm going to do is stop the puck. I'm not going to, I'm not going to be Ron Hextall anymore, and I'm not going to get dumb penalties. I just want to bring this team as far as it can go, and that's why we have forwards, and that's why we have tough guys. They get the goals and the penalties, and I'm just going to stop the puck.
Let them do their job. Let you do your job. Sure. One of the things too is that you have a little bit of a thing against Seattle, don't you? Especially a comment that Coach Peter Anholt made after that one goal. And what did he say?
He said if he wants to play like a forward, we'll treat him like a forward. Because that's kind of ironic, because I guess 3 weeks later, Corey Schwab scored a goal in Portland, like 3 seconds after the buzzer went. And I didn't hear any comments coming from Brian Shaw or Ken Hodge or anything.
Yeah.
I thought that was totally unnecessary. And I went into Seattle and I got burned, but tonight I stuck it to him.
There you go.
How'd you feel about your shutout?
Oh, tell you the truth, it feels better than the goal, because it does, because it wasn't so much all me tonight. It was total team effort. Stu Barnes played defensive tonight. He played great. Our forwards just kept forechecking their hearts out, and our back checkers back-checked their hearts out. And I made one save. The defense were always there to clear it out, and everything went our way tonight. And that makes me feel a lot better than scoring a goal.
That just shows you how well of a good of a team Seattle is when they could throw 55 shots at you, and know that you have such good defense on tonight.
Now that shows you how good of a team we have. 55 shots, no goals.
That's exactly right.
How long have you been playing hockey?
I've been skating since I was 2, and I've been playing since I was 3.
Who's your favorite player?
In the NHL? My favorite goalie is Ron Hextall. My favorite player is probably Scott Stevens from Washington.
All right, any more questions here real quick? All right.
Why was the goal called off?
I don't really know. From what I heard, it was on the goal line and the whistle went, and then the guy came in and tapped it in. That's what I was
That's
told.
what it was. They called it back because the ref had blown the whistle.
Yeah, so good for me.
What was your favorite game ever?
My favorite game ever? Probably tonight.
I want to say good job and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How did you get all those goals blocked?
How?
How do you stop all those flying pieces of rubber coming at you, Ole? Those are some good shots taken at you tonight.
Well, some of it's luck, some of it's skill, some of it's just a combination of both, and that's what it takes to be a goalie. I don't know, it's my job to stop the puck, and that's what I did.
Does whatever he can. Does whatever he can. One other question here.
What did you think about that fight that Spinrath got into?
Well, I thought, it was a weird fight because, Darcy Simon pretty well instigated it, and kind of just grabbed on, and I don't think he wanted anything to do with Spinner, and just kind of kicked his leg out from under him. And I think next time Spinner gets a hold of him and gets a clear shot, I think Darcy Simon would be the one on the ground.
Is it really awkward to wear the pads?
Coming from a goalie. I know that guy. Maybe I don't know. I don't know you, do I? No, okay, you look like someone I know as the goalie. You got to get used to them, when you get a new pair, it takes a while to work them in, but once they get fitted to your leg, they're just a part of you.
With those new pads that you have, they
Yeah.
have the black triangle right in the middle there. Is that kind of to deceive the shooter?
Well, that was kind of an idea I came up with. I don't know. Something different. Looks like I have a bigger 5-hole, and I don't think I've gotten scored in the 5-hole yet since I've had them, but I'm still getting scored everywhere else. But I don't know. It's just a neat little idea that I came up with, and they're really light, and that's what I like about them.
All right.
How are the players going to get along behind the bench without Jim Craig there?
That's a tough question. Jimmy was a pretty inspirational guy with us. He was pretty emotional, and I don't know. He helped me out a lot, and he helped a lot of the guys out a lot last year. But he had a lot of personal problems that that affected him in the dressing room, and occasionally he'd have outbursts and things like that. But the guys are really going to miss him. But we pulled together tonight. We found out before the game, and we pulled together tonight, and we can do it without Jimmy, but we'll definitely won't forget him, that's for sure.
Another question.
For 2 years, you played with a Vic stick. My little boy is a goalie, too, and I had to shop around the country to find a Vic stick, and I noticed you come out with a new stick tonight and get a shutout. So I think I'm probably have to buy my little boy another new goalie stick.
I used the Vic tonight. I used the Coho for warm-up because I ordered a new set of sticks from Victoriaville, and they haven't come in yet, and I only have 2 Vics left, so I had to use one for warm-up, and then I used the Vic in the... But that's a new trend for me. I use the piece of lumber in warm-up, and then use the good stick in the game.
All right. Olaf Kolzig, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll take the time out. We'll come right back. Coach Rick Kozebak joins us. We'll talk a little bit more when we continue. The final score once again, the Americans 5, Seattle nothing. Back after this.